3-hour post.
Okay, we're live. We're live. Okay. First off, let's start at the top. I think we're gonna have about 4 or 5 inductions happening tonight. Because normally, wait, let me land. Chill, relax. What the hell? So basically, the academy they normally close at 8 p.m. But everybody has been required to stay till 2 a.m. because we're now processing inductions happening right now. So literally, like there's a plane going to Siberia, and we're pretty much just trying to get things open because we're gonna have about 4 or 5 inductions happening.
An A380.
Guys, let me be real. Let me be real because this is about Liverpool. This is about the team who won the game, played an amazing game and going to the final. But before we give Liverpool their praise and their flowers, I want to stop this narrative now before it begins to take it. Don't blame this on Valverde.
Oh, come on.
Wait, can I finish? Can I land? Can I finish? I'll give you the floor. Just let me finish. Let me finish. Valverde is partly to blame.
That's true.
Did Valverde beg Messi to try to pull the ball back and dribble instead of firing the ball first time? Did Valverde tell Piqué, Longley, and Ter Stegen to pretty much stand all around and never to be aware when a corner kick is being taken? Did Valverde tell them that? No. And those were 2 crucial moments in the game. 2 very crucial moments in the game. Stegen had the worst performance I've ever seen from him. He had the worst performance I've ever seen from him.
Nah, you can't blame him, bro. No.
Guys,
that was horrible.
Narrative here. My thing about this is that I think it is extremely wrong that this should now be put on Valverde because what did he do wrong tactically?
Oh my days!
I agree.
Wait.
It's not his fault.
Let me start.
Because at the end of the day, Dembele was injured. Coutinho is trash. I've been telling you guys.
Coutinho is awful.
Trash
Let me start. Awful player.
Coutinho something. Oh look.
Let me start.
I can start too.
No.
Valverde could have started Semedo and Arthur.
Guys, chill. Every one by one, we'll talk. So let's start off the top. So A1, give me one figure to blame for this. Who is to blame for Barcelona's embarrassing, disgraceful choking?
Barcelona, innit? But it's a mixture of things, innit?
A1, don't a mixture, man. Give me one.
No.
It's
not one person. It's not one person. You're saying one person, one figure. It's not one person. It's a mixture of people. But Valverde mostly, because yes, you can say, oh, the team didn't do anything on the pitch, but you have to remember this is 2 years in a row where you've been 3-0 up or you've been up by 3 goals and you haven't taken advantage and you told your team to sit back instead of attack. Or you started the wrong. Your personnel has been different instead of being an attacking one. If you get what I'm saying. So today he started Coutinho. Why didn't you start Malcolm? Malcolm would have been the guy where he going behind the defenders, especially when you got Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold attacking. But you're telling your team to sit back and soak up the pressure when you know Liverpool are a team when they press you and go at you. They're able to score goals. You can't stop it. They will score goals if they go at you. And you're telling Barcelona to sit back. That's not Barcelona's philosophy.
Barcelona didn't sit back in this game.
Yes, they sat back.
No. I don't know what game you watched, Barcelona. Hence why they have so many chances in the first half. They didn't sit back.
In the second half.
They had no first half.
No. The difference is
wait. We'll just finish up and then we'll move. So A1. So who are you putting the blame on?
I'll blame on Valverde.
Okay, all right, Anish, who's to blame?
And I think like this is very difficult to put it on one figure, but
well, that's what I'm asking. Give me one name. I don't want 5 names. Give me one name. Who's to blame?
I give Liverpool the praise, but if I were to put it on one person, he's the greatest player this season. I still think he's had the best season ever. But that second half performance from Messi was horrendous, man. So I blame him. You are the leader, you're the superstar, and you have to convert the chances when you get them. He missed that chance. If they scored that away goal, they would have gone.
Yeah, game over. All right, FG, who do you blame? And don't be the obvious one.
Look, I mean, I'm blaming the guy who picked up the mic, man. If you're gonna pick the mic up, you better deliver it. I mean, this dude, I don't know what he did in that first half. That was an easy chance. It took him like 5 seconds to make that decision, but he blew it. And then mostly I blame the players, but partially Messi too, especially and Dembele too. I think he should retire from football after that miss in that first half, in that first leg. So basically,
People called him better than Mbappe, by the way.
Yeah. That was you, Double-H. Basically,
Carry on.
Yeah, basically the players majority. I don't blame Valverde at all. I mean, he picked the best team in both legs. It's not their fault. It's not his fault. The players couldn't finish easy chances.
All right, Hazem. Who's to blame, bro?
All he needed to do was score one goal, and he had all those chances. And this is why he's not the greatest of all time. Messi, man, you have to blame Messi. I'm sorry. He took the mic. He helped his team everywhere this season, except where it finally mattered. In La Liga, scoring hat tricks against everyone, Huesca, and then what?
Yep.
And then
Exactly.
what? Why all these hat tricks? And then here you're just like, I don't know what he was doing. He completely disappeared. I don't know what happened to him. And when he got the chance, he flopped.
No,
I mean,
and also just to echo what Hazem said is that look, I know people see what I don't like is because someone does many great things, they are exempt from criticism. And I think that's why people be like, oh, let's look to Valverde. He's not Messi. Let's look to Valverde and blame him. You had the chance to end this tie.
Yep.
If Messi scores that, it ends.
It's not ending because Liverpool will score 5.
No, it
Liverpool
would.
will score 5.
That would mentally.
All right, let me finish.
If Messi scores that, based on what it was like, Liverpool's psychology changes. Because at that stage, if it goes 1-1, psychologically, like, oh man, we now need these amounts of goals. And Barcelona then gets much more to get even more goals. It's a whole psychological battle. So don't assume that when Messi scores that, Liverpool will still have all of those goals. Because that's
They would. I'm telling you. It's
Yeah,
Klopp.
all right. So,
No, they would not.
It would.
look.
It would.
Oh yeah. And okay, then what's to deny that Barcelona don't get more confidence and get more goals based on them scoring that goal in the first half? So we are all playing like hypothetics here, but the point I'm making here is that I remember when I saw that, I was like, Messi, you've got to take that first time. You've got to take that first time, and you hesitated. And then let's be real. Matip did a job on him.
Yes.
Matip did a job on him. So look, let's move on.
Wait, let me finish.
Okay, hasn't finished.
So Barcelona did the same thing as they went everything through Messi, all the plays through Messi, and he still couldn't do anything. He couldn't even create a good chance for another one. And like
what? He created a chance for Suarez.
Let him land, man. Hasn't landed.
He's been disappearing ever since 2015 versus Roma it's too much. He can't carry his team. He only won with Xavi and Iniesta. It's too much. I'm sorry.
Preach. That was beautiful.
Exactly.
Chill, man. What the hell? Juju, man. Let's get real. Let's get blame.
Yeah. So to blame, I'll just the one slight fault Valverde had the one fault he did was starting. What's his name? The right back, Roberto again. After that fast leg, because I was shocked that Roberto was starting after Mane destroyed him in that fast leg. So that was the one mistake. As for Messi, I mean, I get abused for saying that those cheap free kicks in La Liga don't mean anything. Like, don't mean anything. But
He's they say the best of all time. Chill.
Yeah, because people say he doesn't need to win anything. He can score irrelevant goals that no one cares about in an irrelevant league. But these are the games that actually. People can hate that. I don't care. These are the games that actually mean something. It's been 2 years in a row. You can't say that this is one game only. Like he did this last year. 4 years, even worse. 4 years, and we just needed one goal. We're not asking for more. I know Messi was good. Messi was decent though. Like his teammates. I mean Suarez. I don't know. Like he's friends with Messi, but like that was a clear one-on-one chance where he could have buried the game there. And with the whole team play, I think they need to just get rid of Valverde though, because he's negative.
Who is to blame? Just give me one person to blame.
One name. I think the team is just bad. I can't blame players. They're just slow, and I guess the entire team is.
Wait, Juju, is Messi a La Liga merchant?
I mean, no. I don't want to receive hate comments.
Okay. Let me just get to some super chats. So super chats here from Saswat Pani, who said, Alba's to blame at top. Can we also stop the narrative of him being the best left back this season? Robertson is the G right now.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
fair.
know about
You
that.
can make a case.
How can you say you don't know? How can you say you don't know?
Wait. Another super chat from Omar Suarez who says, so many clowns here that said Liverpool had no chance.
Reverse psychology, man. Reverse psychology.
Reverse psychology. I want.
So,
Yeah.
No.
Okay, let's move on. Liverpool, everybody, how are you reacting to your boys coming through, man? What are your feelings? No, sorry. Who is to blame for Barcelona? Who do you blame for Barcelona? Messi?
Well, I'm amazed at your cheek of even asking that question. The blame is Liverpool Football Club. You can't blame anybody from Barcelona. It is what it is. The heart of a champion. Also, maybe you could say the nerve that Barcelona had, their official football account came on and talked a lot of shit before the game, and they were just complacent. But that wasn't Barcelona. I don't know who that team was. I don't know who that was. And they had a whole week off. They didn't play it in the game. So there's no excuses. But the blame is Liverpool Football Club.
Okay. Brahimski, man, who is to blame, bro, for this disaster?
I think 50% of it is Valverde, and 50% of it is the team except Messi. Because Messi was listen. The thing is, Messi was being Messi tonight, but the players around him were awful. Jordi Alba had his worst game of the season.
Okay. So
was awful.
Rahimski,
Busquets did not look like himself
so
at all.
you don't blame Messi for missing that one.
I don't.
Wait.
I don't
When you said
Messi.
Messi,
listen, no. This is why I don't. Let me explain to you why I don't.
Because Suarez and Coutinho.
No. Listen, let me just. I have the floor.
Pause.
I have the floor. 4 halves. Liverpool played better than Barca in 4 halves. In both legs, they dominated them. The difference was Messi scored those 2 goals. You can't blame Messi. He got them to this point where Liverpool were back into a corner.
but you said it 4 halves.
You forgot Suarez's goal?
That's the thing.
Oh,
Barca just got
Suarez goal was
outclassed. They just got dominated in every aspect of the physicality. Some of you guys were saying earlier that Barca didn't look like themselves. That's not true. They couldn't look like themselves because they didn't have the ball.
And even if Barcelona scored,
Liverpool had that next level of intensity where they were just winning the ball, so you couldn't even make a play. That was the difference tonight.
Liverpool's the blame. Like I said.
Wait, some super chats here. So a super chat from Original Base Annie who says Coutinho, the favela Lingard. All right. And another super chat here from Machine. I'm sure he wanted to come in here and slate Messi. So from Machine, he says after Messi was proclaimed GOAT for punching Fabinho and been awarded a free kick for it, the single biggest fraud in the history of the sport.
That's so
for the 4th time running.
Did it not happen?
He's coming from mine. Okay, Rahimski, round off your points and then I can move on.
I want to end by asking you something. You're really gonna blame Messi on this one.
He picked the mic up, man.
No,
I've not. Wait, Ramsky. When everyone is done, I'll tell you my view on Messi. I'll tell you my view. I'll tell you my view because Messi is not only to blame, but I'll tell you my. It's a bit more nuanced, but than that. All right, I'm red. Red.
Yeah, H. First off, I want apologies. I said it 4-0.
Yeah.
I called it 4-0. I told y'all because Barca, the thing is with Barca, bro, I told you away from home they choke. They can't do it away from home. At the camp now they could boss everybody around. They could do it because they can get away with murder because nothing ever gets called at that stadium. Hence why Fabinho got punched in the face and then got a free kick called against him. So I don't. If you want to know who to blame, HH, you're gonna blame Suarez. I'm gonna blame Coutinho. I'm gonna blame Dembele. I'm gonna blame Malcolm. Like the forwards. I won't blame Messi. I'll tell you why. Because Messi did score in these 2 legs. He did produce a free kick.
2 legs. He scored in 1 leg.
He scored in 1, but he produced. I mean, over the 180 minutes, Messi produced. Sure, he could have finished a 1-on-1. And if I am gonna blame Messi, I'll blame him for one. Like in the end of the. If you guys remember the end of the first leg, Messi could have scored. He was 1-on-1 with Alisson. Instead, what did he do? He passed it to Dembele, and Dembele missed. But that's why I'm not gonna go too hard on Messi. But I'm like, man, Suarez, can you please score an away goal? Like, how long has Vincent Suarez scored an away goal? Let's say 2
the last 3 years? Time was when Arsenal in the Champions League. And it's been
like there you go. It's been like 3-4 years since Suarez has scored an away goal.
Wait. Let me. Just quick super chat. So, super chat from Harry Truman says,
Truman.
Barcelona FC that cannot keep possession. The mighty have fallen. Interesting. From Sar Dragoon. So we are going to ignore the 1v1 chances Messi created for Alba, the Cannibal, and Coutinho.
No,
Exactly.
no, we're not going to ignore the
Easy,
1v1 chance he
man.
missed.
One more super chat, and this is from Omar Suarez. Messi, the greatest of all time, can't score against Brexit. Okay.
Yeah. No, but HH, sorry, if you let me land. The thing is, HH, that possession football, it doesn't work with Barcelona against Liverpool. Liverpool, they built for gegenpress. They want you to have the ball. They're going to take it off you whenever they want. They did that to Bayern. You saw how Thiago was uncomfortable when it was Bayern versus Liverpool. In the first, I mean, like when you guys played against Bayern and then now against Barca. Like I'm talking in general. Like Liverpool have done it over the season. You can't keep the ball against them. They don't. It's not that Barca can't keep possession. Liverpool didn't let them. Even the first leg, Liverpool outplayed them. I told you that in the first hangout, that 3-0 scoreline was deceiving. That's not what that doesn't tell the picture of the game. That doesn't paint the picture of the game. Liverpool were the better side.
All right. So okay, before I get to Montao, Sad Dragoon Super Chat says Suarez has scored 1 goal in the Champions League this season. Is that real?
What?
It's real.
Yep. In the group stage.
Compared to Lewandowski's 8. How dare you compare him to Lewandowski?
You're not really
Oh my
still talking
God.
about.
Okay, you guys move on. Okay, so
come on, man. Come on,
show,
Lewandowski,
okay, Montao, Mike.
8 goals in the
Yo, haters. Like, first of all, I don't want
Wait,
to
who's to
blame
blame?
Valverde.
Who's to blame? Give me a name. Who's to blame for this disgrace?
Defense and like 20% Messi. I'll give just 20-30% Messi because he performed in leg one. No. For me, he performed in leg one. He scored 2 crucial goals for you. I know that second goal was a bit fortunate, but he.
Wait.
The third one was too.
Step away from the mic. I think you're a bit so close from the mic. We can't hear you properly. Step a bit back from your mic and then talk.
Okay,
Go.
can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Go
for it.
Yeah, so for me, man, like, come on, man. Messi, he produced, like, he did his job. Okay, in second leg, he could have scored, but come on, man. Like, this is what I see. Bro, he produced some bits and pieces, at least, in the second leg.
Who do, yo? Why
bits and pieces.
Why do people
Come
defend
on.
this midget?
No.
Dude's a midget.
No. This is fact. Look. The way he performed in the leg one, like, come on, man. Like, you cannot just keep on ignore that stuff. Oh, no. Like Barcelona.
Dude, it's a Champions League sandwich. You got to do it in both legs.
Come on, man. FG, please, man. Okay. Like,
I'm sorry, he picked
the
mic up, man. I'm not gonna ignore a guy who picked the
bro.
mic.
Okay. You blame him for that, but he's not like solely responsible for this stuff. It's like defense as well. What was Peaky was doing? Where was the presence of mind? But like when this guy Trent Arnold, when he was taking the corner, bro? These guys were crumbled. Guys,
sorry with that, but PK's back to the Brick Academy, by the way. Send him back.
Oh wow.
Wait. By the way,
It's not PK's fault. It's not.
Wait, we're moving on to the next topic. So now let's look at Liverpool. For me,
thank you.
There were so many big performances. I mean, you can throw in Matip,
Salah.
you can throw in Origi, you can throw in Henderson.
Salah.
Because for me, this was one of Henderson's best games I've ever seen for Liverpool.
It was his best game, actually.
Yeah, like Henderson was outstanding. How many more clutch goals does Origi need to score? It's not how many you score, it's when you score. And for me, people preach about Van Dijk, best defender in the world. Matip in both legs.
Yep.
In both legs was
on it.
The guy needs respect.
So for me, if you had to pick one player, who do you think was the MVP, top player for Liverpool in this game? A1.
Oh boy.
I'll go for Matip, man. He played both games, man. He played very good, man. Very good. Especially managed to keep a clean sheet as well. So
that tackle on Messi was the key moment in the game. Matip's tackle on Messi, that was the key moment in the flipping game. Because if Messi scores that, change the ball. But Matip getting in there to make the interception when Messi hesitated, huge moment in the game. Anish, who best player for Liverpool?
Oh, so I'm a bit biased when it comes to this. So I'm going to say Trent Alexander-Arnold actually because
how are you biased?
Yeah.
Why is it?
Speak on it.
Okay, go for it. Fine. Okay, explain.
Because I used to play right back, so I think that Trent was a perfect depiction of how to play this position. In the first half, he was defensively solid, and I think just for that one moment, in the second half, that second assist of his, that was absolutely a sick move. He has changed direction, and then he hit it when the Barcelona defense wasn't paying attention.
That was for me the best moments in the game.
Presence
Yes.
of mind.
That was
him
nasty.
taking that. No, first of all, again, let me guess. The Valverde is to blame for PK sticking and people being asleep. Let me guess. He's to blame him for that. That was disgraceful what Barcelona did. But his quick thinking, best moments in the game. Best moments because he caught them slipping. Quick corner, quick reaction, boom, great. All right. Sorry. Before I get to F3, so let me just. So Omar Suarez says Fabinho man of the match, slapping Messi early got him shook.
Yep, that's it.
From,
That's it.
From
That's
Harry Truman. Sorry. From Harry Truman, philosophy wins paid off after 4 years backed. Okay, I think maybe philosophy for Klopp. From original base, Annie says this surpasses United being knocking out brick PSG. Yeah, I would say. And from Machine, has there ever been as much excuse making made for a player in history? Messi has the world's let me land. Messi has the world's most expensive squad playing exclusively for him, and he still can't lead them past Roma and a
That's
B-side
just
Liverpool.
facts. That's just
Thank
facts.
you, Machine. Thank you, Machine.
So
Thank you.
FP, Liverpool's best player.
Oh yeah, I'm going with Trent. I mean today. I think this match proved why. I don't know why Klopp benched him in the first half, in the first leg.
Yep.
I mean he's arguably. I would say he's probably top 2 right backs in world football.
Relax.
The best.
The guy. I mean, look, he doesn't.
He's top 1.
The best. Yeah.
They want chill, man.
I don't know. I'm saying top 2 just to be safe. Yeah, I think he's the best right now. And look, man, what he did for that second is he's trash. That second assist was unbelievable. I mean, it was beautiful to watch. And yeah, I have to say Trent. Can I prove why he's probably one of Liverpool's most important players, considering their most of their creativity comes from fullbacks.
Okay. So again, before I go to Hasm, so Sir Dragon again, guys, thank you for the super chat, man. Obviously, you guys are obviously loving the Hangouts. This is the best football chat show on the planet. I can agree. I think we could all agree. This
Fact.
on the planet.
Yes.
So guys, thank you for the love, man. Thank you for the love. So Sir Dragon says Philippe Coutinho created 1 chance and attempted 3 take-ons without completing a single one in his 120 minutes versus Liverpool across both legs. Wow. And from George Lyle, Trent Alexander-Arnold's footballing IQ and ability plus passing is nuts. All right.
Yes.
For
Liverpool's best player.
Oh, has to be Fabinho, man.
Thank you.
Yes.
Even
Yeah, he had a big game. Yeah. Okay.
Even the first leg, the first leg.
Yes.
He effectively did put the cage around Messi, and he was stuck to Messi. You know, those 2 Messi goals, they weren't really Fabinho's fault. They were scrappy, either free kick and that happened. So Fabinho did a great job with Messi. I think Fabinho 100%.
Okay, before I go to Jujuman, so from Naza, super chat from Naza says Suarez and Coutinho are finished. Trent top right back in the world. From Richard, he says Trent with a Kimmich-like performance. Wow, Trent getting love. Jujuman, Liverpool's best player.
So the best player is, I would say, because everyone already, I would say Fabinho, because I had Fabinho in mind, because I think he started Liverpool, like his career at Liverpool. This season he was a bit shaky, but now it looks like he's solidifying that position. It'll become his position, and he's playing really well, Fabinho. And for Trent, I mean, apart from Kimmich, maybe Trent is for a 20-year-old. I think he's the best right back because he's intelligent for his age.
Yes.
His football IQ is high for his age.
Yes.
Wow, so you're going for friends. All right. Liverpool, everybody, man. Who was the top dog for y'all club, bro?
Yeah, Fabinho is definitely the answer, but I'm gonna go Origi because there's a lot of pressure on him to come in. He's been doing really, really well for Liverpool in the league and in the Champions League, and I just think there needs to be a statue for Origi right in front of Anfield. Should be the first thing you see. No, seriously, Origi was a beast today, man, and he's
done things like this before as well.
Right ahead of Firmino.
No, I'm backing you, man. He's done things like this as well.
That much credit. You know, but he was just a predator and the opposing team's box today. Amazing, genie as well. But I mean, Fabinho is obviously the answer. I mean, he was incredible.
Unreal. He was unreal.
He was incredible.
All right, Rahimski, Liverpool's best player.
The beauty about this Liverpool team is we're all saying different names, and I'm gonna go Wijnaldum. He was. Was that the best super sub of all time?
Yes.
No, seriously.
No.
Speak on it, please. Speak on it, please.
Two huge goals, man. 2 huge G's, man.
Yeah, seriously, that might have been the best super sub I've ever witnessed.
The guy who can't score.
Yeah.
Seriously, Wijnaldum at Anfield. This guy, he reminds me of like Peak Seedorf or something. Like this, He's actually unbelievable.
No, relax.
He's actually
Relax.
unreal.
Chill. Like, look, Seedorf is different. I mean, Wijnaldum is doing the police. Don't put some.
Come on.
Wait. You know what's funny? Wijnaldum was absolutely awful in that first leg, but this time he's amazing.
Hilarious.
So
No, because in the first leg he was played out of position. You know.
oh yeah,
Nah, he was just shit.
Red, Liverpool's best player. Red, Liverpool.
Yeah. Brahimski took my pick. I would say Wijnaldum, man. Like to come on to replace Robertson. So obviously it's a risk for Klopp to bring him on because you're pretty much like sacrificing your defense to go for attack, and for him to score those 2 goals, and they were both like the first goal, the Trent assist. Like the way he arrived late in the box and just like on time, it was perfect and scored it. And then the next one with the header, I just think that was pure quality from him. Overall, though, I do agree with everybody. I think Fabinho was the man of the match, but I did want to show a lot of love to Wijnaldum because I think like all the criticism he got after the first leg for not scoring and being false 9, like he made up for it this leg, man. So yeah, man, shout out to him.
Red. Oh, no, sorry. Muntar. Liverpool's best player.
Oh yeah, man. Of course, it's too difficult for me between Fabinho and Trent, but I think so. Like, okay, Fabinho is like so close for MVP, but still, I'll bend for Trent because this guy's smartness and his IQ. Look at this guy, man. Like attentiveness. My God, this is what we want. And the whole 90 minutes, this guy was too much overpowered for them. And like this guy can play, right wing, right back at times. Wow. At times I can see him in the midfield as well. To distribute the ball. That was beautiful, man. To see from a fullback. Whoa.
And he's 20 years old.
20, yeah, man. So obviously, like it's
no, because I was never on the whole Trent thing, man. But you know what? I think in the last especially in this performance, the guy came in big. All right, and from Superchat from Saswat, it says he feels that Henderson was the man of the match. He was the first to react, first to press, and first to defend.
Let me change.
Game. That was definitely Henderson's best game. So again, Superchat from Original Base, and he says Uncle Mu was right. Liverpool showing how passion outdoors running for the paycheck. Robertson,
okay.
Henderson lifting one of 2 trophies or both. Whoa, okay. Sir Dragoon says, do Barca need new attackers because continues a flop? Whereas finding spends more time in the hot pitch. And from Mohamed Noor, Valverde keeps getting exposed in the Champions League. All right. Now, for me, I thought that no Firmino, no Salah. I thought Klopp came up huge tactically in this game. I think this was just tactical brilliance for coming up with a game plan to really get as Barcelona without 2 of your best players. So I know that people like to define people by their trophies, and that's true. I'm a guy that's you've got to win trophies. But based on just how Klopp tactically got this to perfection, where does this now put Klopp within status of the best managers in the world? A1.
He's definitely top 2.
Top 2?
Yeah, top 2, definitely.
All time?
What are you talking about? All time or currently? Currently or all time?
Right now.
Oh, definitely top 2, man. I still think Pep's better, but yeah, top 2.
Wow. Oh, damn. Okay, Anish, Klopp. What is Klopp rate?
Yeah, of course. And I'm going to get a lot of heat for this, but I'm putting him above Pep Guardiola, man. We are judged based on what we do in the Champions League, and Klopp has now reached 3 finals with 2 different clubs, and he's done it without the kind of teams that Pep has had, and without even the kind of money that Pep has had. So I'm going with I still think Heinkes, even though he's retired, but Heinkes and Klopp in the last 5 years have really impressed me.
Okay, I do like your Champions League points, man. I like that because Pep, you've spent money, you've not sniffed a CL final thing. We don't have a Messi. FG, whatever does Klopp rank, man?
Yeah, he's easily the best right now. I mean, if he wins the Champions League, I think no one can touch him. I mean, this I would say this is his best season ever as a manager. 97 points, may win a league title. I definitely think he's gonna win the Champions League. So this is his best season for me.
Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely pick final top. But from Superchats from JJ Samuel says that, please, does this affect Messi's chances of the Ballon d'Or?
His legacy's gone. That's
wait. I mean, let me give you a quick response to that. Shout outs to them beating Valencia. I feel right now Ballon d'Or is really anyone's taking. You can't give the Messi the Ballon d'Or.
Take it, Salah. Take it.
I think it's Van Dijk. I think it's Van Dijk's
Oh my
turn now.
god, man.
Salah, man.
If Van Dijk wins that Champions League, he's getting that Ballon d'Or
in the Champions League, because I think that's. I think if Liverpool win the Champions League, a strong argument can be made that it has to be.
By the way,
You know what I think?
Klopp, where does Klopp rank right now, bro?
Like this year.
No, as of right now, as of right now, based on what he just did in this game, tactically coming back, where should he rank?
Top three. Because you have to give it to Ten Hag. I would say Ten Hag is doing it with the
Ten.
Put respect on his name. Are you mad?
Ten Hag, Gasperini, him. Yeah, the best three managers this year.
All right. Jujuman, Klopp, where should he rank right now?
Right now I think he's the best coach, and then Pep, and then
what's
and then no, I would say Klopp, and then Ten Hag, and then Pep, and then what's he called? I know Conte doesn't play, but I rate Conte highly. I think Conte is top 5. Top 5.
Same.
Whether he's playing or not, because
come to Milan, Conte.
No, winning with Morata, winning a league with Aspilicueta. I mean, that's like an accomplishment. And the comment that one made with the Ballon d'Or comment, I think what's it called? It all depends with the summer game, because there's a Copa America, there's the AFCON, and the European games. That will break the tie.
Okay,
yeah, that's it.
Liverpool, everybody. Klopp, where is he rank right now?
He's a pretty good coach. Wouldn't you say? Pretty good coach.
He all
right. Wow. Okay. Yeah. No. I mean, he's good. I mean, I'm not putting him at top anything because he got to win a trophy with Liverpool. Then we can really talk. I mean, that's just truth. That's just truth. But he's a good manager. He's getting his team to do what they want to do. But I'm not about to put him at top anything yet. Right now, he's a hug merchant, and he likes to smile a lot. That's it. Once he wins a trophy, I'm being real. I'm not the here. I'm not drifty. I'm telling you what it is. So once he wins a trophy,
I like him.
You gonna cut my mic now? You cut my mic.
All right, keep it a stack. Okay, wait. So before I go to Remsky, so original base Annie says, could we have an EPL European final for both competitions?
No.
Guys, let me do this right now. Based on what we just saw tonight, don't count out Tottenham.
No.
Let's learn our lessons right.
Have hope. Stop it.
There's a time and a place for that.
Please stop.
Fair enough. Okay, fair enough. Remember how we all wanted a Barcelona Ajax final? Remember how I said I believe it's going to be Liverpool Ajax? Remember how the opposite always seems to happen? Fair enough. You guys want to learn. Raimski.
All right. So best Liverpool player, is that what you're asking, HH?
No. Where does Klopp rank right?
Where does Klopp? So in terms of Klopp, yes, he hasn't won a trophy, but guys, think about the only managers ever in football to go back-to-back Champions League finals.
Great point.
You have names like Heinkes. You have names like Zidane. You have these high pedigree names.
Fergie.
So for Klopp to do that, sure, he hasn't won anything, yes, but for him to do that with 3 major injuries, the guy's the best manager in the world right now.
Nice.
All right. Before we go to Red, Richard says Bayern 2013 or this Liverpool side?
Oh, easily Bayern 2013. Come on. Come on.
Bayern. Come on, man. Bayern 2013, bro.
No. I think as Kaz says, that Bayern 2013 is one of the greatest Champions League teams of all time. So
Thank you.
So Red, where does Klopp rank right now?
Man, this is a tough. I still put him like maybe top 3, top 2. But if he wins the Champions League this season, he's number 1 because you have to look at the return he gives you. Like, this is a guy that, like, I know that people say, oh, Liverpool spent money. They really, if you look at Liverpool's spending, they haven't really spent that much. Like, and every player he bought has made an impact on this team. Every single player he purchased, like Salah, as soon as he purchased him, made an impact. Van Dijk purchased him, made an impact. Alisson purchased him, made an impact. Fabinho, like even the older players that were in Liverpool's side before he came in, he completely rejuvenated them. The way he introduced young players like Trent Alexander-Arnold and Robertson, the way he got, like, I know Robertson's not from the academy, but the way he included them into the squad and brought them in, like it's unbelievable what he did. But the only issue is he hasn't won anything. Like if like we don't know what might happen. But let's say for the sake of example, I don't want to speak this deep, but let's just say Liverpool don't win the final and Man City clutch the Premier League. He ends up trophyless. Next, everybody's making fun of him. So right now, I don't want to get caught up in the moment, say he's the best manager of all time or in the world. Sorry, but he's top 3. He has to be top 3 because his career, man, his resume is too impressive.
Okay. So before I go to Munsar, let me just do a few super chats. So from Sir Dragoon, he says Liverpool have won the Champions League. Ajax can't deal with Liverpool physicality, and Spurs have too many injuries and a bottle job mentality. From
I agree.
Suarez, Liverpool are Champions League royalty. Money can't buy heritage. Interesting. And from George Lyle, credits to HH, also called the Dortmund Europa game. Did I? Interesting. And from Forward, who obviously has backed us and has pussied out of this hangout, he says, "Congrats, LFC Hall of Fame performance from Fabinho." Munzaham, Klopp, is he where does he rank right now? Klopp.
To be honest, man, this guy is good, man. Like the way he came up with back-to-back Champions League final. Oh, that's not a joke, man. Like that's not just simply piece of cake, man. This guy is really great manager. At times we see some of his naive decision making, late substitution, especially in the fourth leg, wrong lineups, and even though I'll just like place him somewhat top 3, top 2, top 3. Yeah, for me, the best manager right now in the world is Poch. Pochettino has to be the best.
Okay. So before we go to our next topic, from NASA says, if he doesn't win the Champions League, induct Klopp. That's a bit harsh, bro. So guys, let's go back to these losers, known as Flopelona.
And Messi, the loser. Too.
FG, chill, man, relax.
Nah. This is my night.
I know it is. Okay, let's just go slowly here, please. Or how does this affect the club? And how much damage do you think?
Oh, a lot, HH.
Because this is really bad. This is based on just so let me start with A1. So how damaging is this to the Barcelona brand? Because the badge is under review currently. How damaging is this to the brand?
Very damaging, because the fact that back to back they have been exposed. Same situation they've been in, where they've been 3-0 up and they've completely bottled it, and the manner of the performance as well. It's very, very damaging, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be very big changes, and it's going to go from top to bottom. There could be changes, because it's very embarrassing, especially for a club like that. Very, very embarrassing.
Okay, I mean, before I go to Anish, who is the best striker in the world right now? Because it ain't Suarez, bro.
Benzema.
It's Benzema this season, sadly.
Nah, Lewandowski. Come on, get out of here.
No, Benzema's
Don't say Kante.
Benzema, man, this season.
Okay.
No, Lewandowski is top 2 for me.
We'll go to that after. Okay, before I go to Anish, from original base Annie, who says Bricalona needs inducting. La Masia also. Wow. Robertson has the best buys of all time. Also, HH got my super malts crate ready for this one. Thank you, bro. All right, Anish, how badly does this affect Barcelona, man?
Look, so there are like 3 truths that exist in my opinion. Okay, so first of all, United will never be Liverpool. Secondly, Juventus will never be AC Milan. And finally, Yes. And finally, Barcelona can never, ever be as good as Real Madrid. They will never.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Anish, let me land, Anish.
This is coming like some history lesson, man. Come on,
they
man.
were screaming about treble of trebles. Like, we want treble of Champions League. It's like they always use us as a reference. They will always be inferior to us.
100%.
Let it talk, man. Anish, talk, preach.
No, let this sink in. Like, we have won almost 3 times as many Champions Leagues as Barcelona. We will get to 15.
Facts,
We will
big
get
facts.
To we will get to number 15 before they get to number 6.
Yeah.
So
They still
I
can't
mean,
catch
like,
up to us.
I'm going to close out by saying Barcelona will never be as good as Real Madrid. Messi is never going to be as good as Ronaldo. That's all.
Oh, facts,
Oh
facts.
wow.
yeah,
Wow.
facts,
Okay.
facts.
All right. Damn. Shots fired. Shots
Look at
fired.
Ronaldo fan.
FG. Now, FG, try and be respectful.
Yeah, I will.
How damaging is this to the Barcelona brand? Be respectful, please.
I think this might be. I think this is worse than Roma last year. To be honest, considering the fact that this is the most desperate time they need to win a Champions League, and they blew it, and not to mention, I don't see this team ever winning a Champions League with the same players. I think they have to sell every player over 30. That includes Messi. I think they got to sell Messi, get 200 mil, revamp the whole team, and they'll be fine. Because you saw in this game, every time they had the ball, it's always pass it to Messi. Like they needed like, what do you call it? They need a new era basically.
Okay. Hassan.
Yeah, this is the product of. I think this shows how poorly Barcelona has been managed for the past years. The board, they've been getting the wrong players. They've just been building the team around Messi, paying him crazy salary. I think he's earning like what 30, 40 million, and after all of that, he can't even win them one since 2015. Like I think the board is to blame for this, and it's really tough for Barcelona now. I don't know what they're gonna do. They have to come up with a new strategy, and they have to also look at life after Messi, and not only depend on Messi. They need another star in the team. They need another star in the team, and I don't. The worst thing was them selling Neymar because you can't just depend on Messi. It's clear. Messi needs that other star in the team that can crave for him and link up with him. That's not too low a level. So they need another star. That's what they need, and I don't know if this board can get it.
Okay. Sorry. Before I go to Juju man, from Machine, he says, Anish spoke so many facts, it's made my head spin.
Yep.
So, Anish, let me have it expand there, man. From Saswat Pani, he says, can we appreciate Wijnaldum's trick? And God knows how he put it up. I saw that when he got past like 2-3 Barca players in the middle. That was crazy. Juju man, how much does this affect the Barca brand? Does the badge need to be inducted, and to which class?
I think this team is in trouble because what do they call this? This was arguably the easiest Champions League that they could have won. Everyone is out.
Yeah.
Like PSG are out. Everyone's out. Madrid are weak right now. Bayern were weak. And I mean, it's going to get tougher from here. So as for Champions League, I'm not sure they're going to, unless like I don't know, unless they fire Valverde and get someone else and they get another superstar, which it doesn't look like is going to happen. The club is in trouble. And with Messi, the one thing I noticed today, I mean, everyone's looking. It's too much work for Messi to do. I think Hazem mentioned this. They need another superstar player. But the problem with Barcelona is if you're a superstar player, you can't share space with Messi because you can't have a free roll when Messi is there. And the other thing is, once they were down, this team, the Barcelona, don't have a character. Like heads were down, everyone was just looking to Messi.
I saw people walk.
Yeah. It's like there's no character, no fight, nothing. It's just like they just gave up easily. And when the last thing with Barcelona, I think it's the same thing with what Anish said is like I think Madrid like just overshot. Even though Madrid finished trophyless this season, and I know Madrid are not involved in the conversation, but I mean the fans are happy. Like this is like a trophy to Madrid. Like what happened today is a trophy to Madrid, and it just keeps
better than the
Madrid.
three.
Yeah, same. Madrid are the bigger club. Like Madrid will, unless something happens, Madrid will always be the bigger club in Spain. Similar to how Milan is the bigger club in Italy, just because of the Champions League. It is important.
True.
Yeah.
So let me just get to. I'm going to reply to what Juman says briefly. Let me just say. So from Harry Truman says, Messi reminds me of Hazard at Chelsea, useless without him. Also, do you think Sarri should be backed like Klopp and his philosophies would work with the players? I suppose so, but again, with the transfer ban, I don't know whether Chelsea will be able to back Sarri, but without
they're getting 130 mil for Hazard apparently.
Woo!
Bringing back the army of low knees, it's fine.
Okay, so from Original Base, Annie says, how do you feel about Poch to Barca?
They need him, man.
I mean, look. I mean,
They
Valverde
need
is getting sacked. I don't think he should, but he's getting
Oh,
sacked.
yeah, he's the Spanish.
No, hatred, but Pot
Wait, wait,
said
wait,
many
wait, wait,
times
wait.
like he won't go to Barca.
We'll go to that. Let me just go to this. From Gatlock, he says Neymar went from one bottle club to another. 3 biggest Barca's bottled in 2 years. 1 versus Roma, 2 La Liga Invincible record versus Lavenza, and now Liverpool. Yeah, man. Look, it's it ain't pretty, bro. It ain't pretty. So Liverpool with everybody. How damaging is this to the Barcelona brand? Should the city be inducted?
I don't know, and I don't really care. But it looks like Barcelona has taken the form of Argentina as far as whatever Messi says goes. And hasn't brought up Neymar. No, real talk. Hasn't brought up Neymar. I'm sure Messi signed off on that. So he wants to be the dude. Be the dude. You couldn't do it again. And the fact that anybody thought that if Roma could do what they did to them, that Liverpool couldn't is a joke. So, yeah, sure, the badge. Yeah, the badge is damaged.
I mean, but just to quickly reply on what Liverpool reportedly said is like, look, Messi did get them to this stage, and he has scored all the goals. And you'll say, how much can he do? If Messi didn't have that chance in the first half and it was locked in, then my focus will be on PK. It will be on maybe Sergio Roberto. It will be on maybe Alba's defensive work and maybe Valverde. But the fact that the opportunity was there and you messed up, I'm going to have to look at it because, again, if you're called the GOATs get it done.
But HH, real quick. Did you see how Messi was laying on the ground after the game, the first leg? Did you see how he was kind of like, damn, Dembele missed that shot, or we could have scored more goals? And
he knew. He saw the future.
So that's what I'm saying. So he saw what was coming.
Oh, no. It is true. But for me, anybody that blames this on Dembele missing that Barcelona, you're a bunch of losers. You're saying
no, I'm not saying that. No.
As a club with your history and your experience, you can't hold on to a 3-0 lead. That's embarrassing. That is disgraceful for you. If you're saying, oh my God,
one more thing.
If only we scored a
Paella is good out there, though.
Add one thing. If Liverpool win the Champions League this year, they're bigger than Barcelona.
Yes.
Bigger now.
Oh, they would have 6.
Yeah,
That's club in Europe. That's club in Europe.
We'll address that. Okay, and Rahimski, how badly does this damage the Barcelona brand?
Not really badly because Liverpool are a bigger club in Europe than Barcelona ever were. So,
Whoa. I
Said it so
casual.
That was so casual.
It's just it's like whatever. I mean, in terms of European history, it's not surprising. But in terms of think about it. If this was 13 years ago, Barca would have 1 Champions League.
Oh, facts.
They're basically a Messi merchant club. So if your guy doesn't turn up, what do you expect?
Okay. Red. How damaging to the
Oh, HH, this is bad, man. This is really bad. 2 years in a row. Look, say what you want about Madrid losing to Barca at home or whatever in the league. We've never bottled the leads like that, especially back to back. 4-1 and you lose it to Roma, and then against Liverpool, you're 3-0 up, and they're missing 2 of their most important players. Only 2. They're missing Keita, they're missing Firmino, they're missing Salah, and you.
Robertson in the second half. Robertson second half.
Robertson. They subbed out their left back in the second half. Lalana is up there.
I'm playing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, come on.
I'm playing.
Yeah,
Relax.
but still, but and you guys still they have that mental. But they have that mental problem. At home, they're monsters. At home, nobody can beat Barca at the Camp Nou. But once they go away from home, and this isn't just against Liverpool. Like I said, against United held them to 1 goal. Lyon kept a clean sheet. Lyon, they couldn't do anything against Lyon. So these guys have that problem in Europe where they just when they go away from home, they don't, and teams don't respect them. As soon as Liverpool showed them no respect in this game, and you saw what they did to them. They thrashed Barca. They made them look and that's what all you have to do. You just not bend over. Unfortunately, in La Liga, nobody does that. But yeah. So it's gonna affect Barca, and it's gonna be a kind of a hex on them, and it's gonna take a while before it breaks because ever since the miracle at the new camp, quote unquote, this has happened to them last year and this year, and the 3-0 against Juve, and when they went against Inter when they couldn't score any. This has been a pattern. Look back at their track record; they're atrocious away from home.
All right. Okay. So, Munzaha, how damaging is this to the brand?
Oh, HH, man, this club is run by a player. Are you really serious, bro? One player run your club? Oh my days, bro! Like, regardless of whatever happened, that's why we showed the dignity, we showed the pride. Like no player can be bigger than a club. That's why we kicked Cristiano.
Wait,
Secondly,
kick. Okay.
yes, we kicked, yeah, because we didn't give him the salary hike what he was expecting. Okay.
I thought
Secondly,
you wanted him to leave.
Yeah, he
no,
wanted to
like
leave
yeah, he wants to leave, but he needed
because of
salary
the
hike as
salary.
well.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
Salary.
yeah. So we didn't
Man,
give him.
Salary.
We said,
fuck Ronaldo.
Stay focused,
You
my
guys
top.
are
Oh,
Stay
easy.
focused. Stay
yeah.
focused. Stay focused. Stay focused.
Hey guys,
yeah,
let me
guys
talk.
are
Let me
relevant.
talk.
yes.
Don't turn this Ronaldo chat, man. Come on.
No, second, H. The whole Barcelona fans community, they should go and ask to the Barcelona boards, like who have the business degrees, because their IQ is really low in business. They don't know how to do the.
That's
No.
harsh.
This is the
God damn.
problem with them. No, this is the bro. They come on splashing the money on bunch of medium rated players or semi prospects player. Come on, man. What are you doing? You just spend four. Look, man. I hate it. I'm obsessed with the numbers, man. I'm really obsessed with the numbers. You spend 400 million quid on bunch of just 3 bricks. Like, okay, one might be a semi world class player, but like, what kind of policy is that? Are you trying to copy Galacticos philosophy? No way. You're
My
not coming in
nigga.
our territory. So look, man. I'll just say that this club needs to think about the life after Messi, and you know what? Right now, FFP is like watching them, and even they cannot come up with the cash and all those things for the next season. And yeah, man. So right now they are in depth of 300 mils. So probably it's quite interesting to see how they're going to react in summers. But
Okay.
it's really difficult for them. Yeah.
All right.
So it's like, yeah.
Let me
that's
just.
it.
Okay. So sorry. So comments from Machine here. He says that Barca without Javiesta are feckless. Credit to Messi for completing 6 dribbles against Huesca.
I have a question. Actually, I have a question.
Let me just say. So
This guy.
can we all? So in 2019, right now, because for me, I'm going to get to Coutinho, don't worry, because we're going to get us Liverpool. But let me just.
When are we getting to Messi, man?
Let's chill, man. Let's chill. Suarez put forth a crap performance. That was horrible.
Agreed.
Is he finished officially? As an
Bro, he's been done for 3 years.
100%.
Wait.
He was done 4 years.
Yeah, Barca are kicking him out after this. HH, they're not keeping him for another season. I
He's
doubt it.
been finished for the past 3 seasons. He's been finished. From time
He's
your
what?
last away goal
The funny
was
thing
when
is,
Arsenal won the Champions League, and that's been 2 seasons. That's the last time you scored an away goal and you're the main striker for Barcelona. Why are you starting? And Double H as well. Double H, you said, the cannibal, this. This guy is not a danger. He's not a danger no more. He's not the cannibal no more. Don't call him something else.
I call him the cannibal because he eats people. Not because
look, man, he can't even eat his
that,
chances. He can't eat his chances either, man.
He can't.
Okay,
that goal against Liverpool was just a rare Champions League goal because this guy doesn't score.
That was Alba, all Alba.
Yeah? It was. Okay, so wait. And guys, I know that maybe people haven't said it here, but people definitely have said it to me on Twitter. I said it for months that Coutinho is one of the biggest wastes of money in recent memory. He has been crap for Liverpool. People said, "No, you're being too harsh. What does he have a Coutinho agenda and everything?" Coutinho in this game was non-existent.
Wait. Do you blame him though? I mean, he's playing in a team where the team is like around Messi. And look at Dembele. Before Dembele came to
You ain't
Barca,
just say that, did
he was before Dembele came to Barca, he was amazing. Now he's literally half the player he was due to the system.
And wait, and the one thing that's why what's it called? That's why Neymar left because because the one problem with
Sorry, before you go, I've got to read this out. Basically, a guy said that for Suarez, it has been Ramadan for 2 years.
Disrespectful.
That is a great one. Clutch. Go for it.
Oh yeah, but so with the problem with Barcelona is if you're talented, Messi has the free roll, and you cannot play a free roll. So Messi, like you are restricted to one side. That's the one problem Neymar had, and that's the one problem he left it because Neymar was just no.
Look at Neymar's best period at Barca.
Yeah,
That was a 3 month period when Messi was injured.
Yeah, And yeah, exactly. But and the one problem with the Neymar is he was just sitting, he was just hugging the touchline the entire time. He wasn't having a free roll. I think it's the same problem with Dembele, even though he's not disciplined and has injuries. I think the way he doesn't have freedom, where he's just has a one role. Yeah, but he just has one role. It's like
It's
he
not
cannot
just that.
dribble.
It's not,
I mean,
You guys are basically saying effectively no attacking player can coexist.
no.
They have to play with Messi. They can't do
yeah,
anything.
but you have to play like if you're going if Barcelona buy a player, they have a player to buy a player that's compatible with Messi. Because if you can't like you can't just be
No, it's
free
not,
like
man.
where
And look, and you
yes,
saw it
do,
today,
like,
and you saw it today. Every time Barcelona
everyone's
were gonna
looking at
attack,
Messi.
they literally passed Messi every time.
But they
Yeah,
didn't.
it's like
That's the Messi
why
system.
can't
That's the
yeah,
Messi
but it's
system.
like they have to build. So Barca have to decide whether they want to continue building their team around Messi or
no.
move.
Cool,
I
cool.
don't
No,
know.
wait.
Okay,
Let me
okay,
explain.
okay, okay, so before we go to our next topic again, let me just I need to shout out. I think it was this dude. His name was ATT Tim that came up with that Ramadan comment. Hilarious, one of the funniest things I've heard for ages, man. Okay, so I want to now switch back to Liverpool. In my opinion, right now, because everybody was assuming, okay, Barcelona are going to be in it if they get. And remember what I said? I said that if Barcelona get to a final, they win it. I said the way that Barcelona don't know with the CL is Liverpool have to take them out, and they have.
Yeah.
Are we now going to say that whoever goes to that final, this is Liverpool year? They win
Yes.
year,
No.
Yes.
and then final. Right, are you saying right that whatever
Yes.
happens, Liverpool will be the 2019 Champions League winners?
Easily.
No, I don't think so.
So, A1, is this Liverpool's year? Do they win the Champions League?
Boy, it depends on Sunday, man. But depends. But I know
Depends on Sunday. Why?
What? No. I changed it. They're winning it, man. They're winning it.
They're winning the Champions League.
Yeah, they're winning it.
All right. Anish, do Liverpool win the Champions League this year?
Yeah. Like I think if anything, this current Champions League has shown us that you cannot really predict anything. It's one of the most unpredictable Champions League, so definitely not. It's not a done deal. But I do think Ajax will give them a tougher fight than Tottenham.
Okay. FG, is this Liverpool's year? Do they win the?
Yeah. I think this is their year because if Spurs make it, then I don't think they don't have the Champions League DNA to win it. And then Ajax, this is going to be hateful, but the fact is Ajax. Look, if you have a solid defense and a great center back, you can easily stop Ajax. You saw what Ramos did in that first leg against Ajax. He literally shut them down. No, I'm talking about defender. All you need is a great defender against Ajax. In the second leg against Madrid, no Ramos, they beat them. Against Juventus, no Chiellini, their best center back, and they wiped the floor with them. If Van Dijk and Matip and all their best defenders are on that pitch, Liverpool will easily win.
Wow. Hazem.
It's not going to be easy, man.
Hazem, is this the year for Liverpool, man? Is this the year that they do it?
Because on one hand, I want Salah to win it. On the other hand,
so
to win it like one closer to the line. Look, I'm saying if Ajax get to the final, if Tottenham get to the final, Liverpool are winning it for sure. But if Ajax get to the final, I'm gonna have Ajax. I don't know why. I have a feeling if Ajax get to the final, the match, because look, Liverpool, all of these amazing performances have been at Anfield. Only in Porto was away from Anfield.
Wow,
very impressive. I don't know what they're gonna do in the.
What they were great against.
No, relax. No. Let me finish.
Yeah, so I don't know what they're gonna do in the Metropolitano because I don't think they're gonna put as good a performance, as high an intensity as they do at Anfield. But it's a final. But I think Ajax is edging it.
Hazem, you disappoint me, brother. You disappoint me. Man.
All right. So before I get to Jujuman, so from Machine, Messi is more a liability than an asset. Everything has to go through him. It works great against the peasantry of La Liga. Man can put in the big man. He's no Cristiano Ronaldo. All right.
Beautiful. Dude, that was beautiful.
I could not have said it better myself.
Guys, chill, man. Machine is only doing this because he can't get into the hand.
No.
Exactly. Thank you. Speak on it.
Easy. Let's move.
So with Liverpool, with this final, I don't care who wins. I'm happy Barcelona are because I know like Spurs and Ajax would have just bent over like when Barca went through, and with Liverpool, I think the City win yesterday just helped them because it felt like they lost the title, so they gave. I've never seen a team run for 90 minutes. I was like, when is Liverpool going to get tired? Because they just ran, and I think this with the final, I mean, I'll be neutral, but I mean, I want Liverpool to win. No, I know I'll be neutral. I don't care who wins, but I think we'll have a great final. That's the one guarantee. We'll have a great final because because Liverpool are there, so it'll be a great final. It'll be a great final.
All right, and Liverpool, very body man. Do your boys do it? Is this your year?
Nah, it'd be our year if we had the league too. But I think we'll win the
Have
win
hope,
the
bro. Have hope.
Nah, it's not gonna be our year because it could. It's possible. The double shot of Henny is still on. The double is still on. The double is still on. By the way, let y'all know the league and the Champions League still on.
Come on, City are playing Brighton away from home, bro. Come on, bro. Brighton.
I have 35
Have
points.
hope.
Like
Have hope.
35 points.
Okay,
Have
okay,
hope.
yeah,
Have hope.
go.
You have hope. You know better than anybody else, man. I told you, spiritual brother. I told you that. Told you that. Told you. You want to listen, but okay, yeah, no. So sure, fine. It's our year. Yep.
Okay. Have hope. Rahimski, is this Liverpool's year? Do they lift the seal at the Wonder Metropolitan?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's Liverpool's year. They have the tools to deal with Ajax. They have the tools to deal with Tottenham.
Red. Liverpool's year, yes or no?
No. I think it's 50-50. I think this is perfect. It's only 50-50 if it's Ajax in the final because guys, like let's not see because look, I was very disrespectful to Ajax early on in the season and they converted me, man. Like I'm a fan because look, they let's not forget that this Ajax team took down Bayern, they took down Madrid.
Don't mention Bayern again. I'm sorry. I hate to be rude. Don't mention Bayern again. Stevie Wonder knows that's the worst team ever. He can't see.
Bundesliga champions, bro. 7-time Bundesliga champions. European royalty, man. We have to respect Bayern.
Yeah, top goal scorer, best striker in the world, man.
No, but
you don't mean that. You don't mean that.
What I'm saying is, no, but what I'm saying is, Ajax have a very good resume in this year's Champions League. They didn't face slouches. They faced top teams and they beat them convincingly. Not to mention that they just won the double in their league with 100+ goals, which is impressive in its own right. So we can't sleep on them and act like as if like this. I know. No. Listen. That's why I said it's 50-50 because Hazem did bring up a good point. That Liverpool at Anfield are incredible, but away from home they haven't played the same. Not to mention is that Liverpool I feel like are starting to grow depleted, which could benefit them because I feel like they could keep them on form and keep them sharp. But I don't know. It's 50. That's why I can't call it. I feel like Liverpool are probably maybe if I have to say it's 51% Liverpool, 49% Ajax. Slight favorites. Okay. I don't see Spurs in the final HH though. I don't see them.
Hey, look, man. Why are we making the same flipping mistake that we? Oh, okay, fair enough.
I didn't make any mistake. I can get one mistake. I called the Liverpool game. I
went to the final. We saying the same thing, man. Chill, just relax, bro. Talk. Muntaha, man, bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah. Hey, oh, sorry, man. Okay, yeah. For me, man, it's look, man. Like first we have to see like from the next tomorrow's fixture who's going to win, man. Because it's still Spurs are like there, man. You cannot just write them off now. So for me, I think so Liverpool has the best chance to win Champions League, bro. Because look, man, I'll tell you why. Because one-off game, final, we don't know how Ajax is going to come up. But if Ajax because this is final, bro. Like even like if they commit any kind of mistakes or errors in the first leg with the strategy or whatever, they can come back. And especially away, they're a really good side, to play away. But this is one of final, and even they have pressure to deal with this Liverpool side. This Liverpool team is not that easy, man. To break them out, it's not that easy to break them, bro. So this is what I see, man. Liverpool is our favorite, man, to win Champions League. Yeah.
Okay, just to round this off, man. So before this game, Messi was Thanos. Come on, guys. I didn't crack a joke. Let me learn, please. So before this game, Messi was Thanos. Messi was the favorite to lift the Ballon d'Or, greatest of all time, goals and everything.
Never.
That narrative is slightly taking a bit of a hit right now. So, as of right now, who would you say, taking all into account, as of right now, because again, I know, as people said, we have a Cup of America, we have the Nations Cup, we have Euros, everything. Who would you say is the Ballon d'Or front runner as of right now? Ballon d'Or front runner.
Oh yeah, it's Van Dijk, man.
Yeah, Van Dijk.
Because this is the thing. Messi.
Van Dijk and Messi.
Look. I'll say this. Messi's season.
Honestly, Origi.
Messi's season was all on the. Messi's season was all on the Champions League. Now he failed. the Copa America, we know he's gonna fucking lose the final. That's an obvious. And then Van Dijk, he's winning the Champions League. He might win the Nations League too. That's an international trophy. And he already won the PFA Player of the Year in England, so he might be the favorite.
Yeah, if he wins the Champions League, and like that's a very good precedent. Because also, if he wins the Nations League, that's also a good thing. But at the same time, Messi does. Still, if Messi wins Copa America, Messi's
He
winning
won't,
the
bro.
Ballon
It's in
d'Or.
Brazil. There's no way Argentina are winning anything in Brazil.
AFCON,
That's a guarantee.
AFCON, Salah. If he wins AFCON,
Dude, Salah
True.
is a nothing player, man. Get
Salah
over it.
nothing player. He won Liverpool.
No, Salah and Mane actually could win it. Mane, look. If Salah or Mane win the Champions League and then win AFCON, either one of them, they could win the Ballon d'Or. They would have a good resume.
No, they never had anything special this season, man.
It's okay.
Well, no, Salah's top scorer of the Premier League. Salah's
No,
top
but
scorer.
dude, he wasn't even in the contention for Player of the Year in England.
Wake
So
up!
how's he
wake
gonna
up!
win a Ballon d'Or?
Salah
How's he gonna win a Ballon d'Or? if he's not-
Mane has been much better than Salah this year. Same with
Yeah,
Facts.
Mane was in the Player of the Year.
Okay, guys, look,
nomination.
man. I will see you guys Sunday. Oh, let me just say this in closing. In closing, Barcelona have to take a long look at themselves in the mirror. What I just witnessed.
Wait. One thing. Who's in the Brick Academy? You said 4 players.
Is it Messi too?
Oh
Messi?
yeah, please,
Let me
H.
have the rundown. Okay, look, I was speaking to my secretary, so Coutinho is getting right in there.
Yep.
How about
Suarez
PK, bro?
is getting
PK,
right
PK,
in
bro.
there.
Yeah.
Have hope.
Barcelona, let me land, man. Let me land. Barcelona's
PK,
badge
bro.
has been inducted. Messi is currently under review.
Yes.
Barcelona.
Yeah.
Barcelona.
What about Valverde?
He's under review. And Valverde
Valverde?
is under review.
Sir,
I'm not putting him in classes under review.
HH, Barcelona until further notice. Barcelona.
Wait. Double H.
Yeah.
Have you seen Phil?
What?
Have you seen Phil anywhere? He disappeared.
Phil won't be appearing on the Hangouts for at least the next 5-6 years.
Salah has more goals.
Okay, guys, okay. All right.